Hey everyone, I'm here this time with my in-depth tutorial on extracting the value from the disabled and marginalized. So the trick with babysitting children in general is remembering that you don't actually have to take care of them in any logistical fashion, but just make them like you. This same principle applies directly to kids with special needs. In this video, I'll be referring to mainly the autistic variant, as they're my personal favorite. So the first thing that you're going to need is your very own special little snowflake. Now, sometimes it's hard to tell if the child is on the spectrum or just a child. A good trick here is to take him or her to a playground and see if they're extra dysfunctional. If you're still unsure after the playground, don't worry. There's one more test that almost always works. Throw your little friend in a pool and observe what happens. If it floats, it's usually a witch, so burn it. But if it immediately sinks like a black submarine, you have your winner. The colloquial term special child can be misleading, however, and it's at this point it's important to remember that special needs children still actually can't breathe underwater. It's easy to mistake special needs children as X-Men, and it's important to remember that while some will have mind powers, the bulk are actually harmless. Once you've obtained your child, simply impress the parents by talking about literally any current technology. This will make them believe you're a genius and want to support you monetarily, and a babysitting contract is soon to follow. From here on out, it's actually quite simple. Just bump some background easy, everyone loves him, and if you don't think autistic kids constitute everyone, you're actually a racist. Then, find an activity. This is the critical step of this operation, as the activity has to suit the unique needs of the child. For example, you wouldn't take a wheelchair-bound Stephen Hawking version little guy on a hike. I find Stephen Hawking form to actually be the most effective at swimming. The major key here is just having fun. Make sure to include your child, however, as left to his or her own devices, any experienced autist can bring you to ruin in a matter of minutes. In fact, if a child is truly weapons-grade retarded, you run the risk of total oblivion. Sometimes you can see a cruel, mischievous light brewing in their squinty little spectrum eyes. At this point, enter DEFCON 0, as their threat level has increased to maximum. In these situations, never leave your ward unattended near a closet. This usually results in the child somehow removing their eyebrows, which will get you in serious hot water. As long as this doesn't happen, and you manage to keep the child entertained either the whole time or until he or she becomes unconscious, then congratulations, you've succeeded. Now, just proceed to collect payment, say your farewells, and smile, because you've successfully babysat a special needs child, and girls love that. I'll address this concept in further depth in my next video on the acquisition of women. Thank you for watching my tutorial. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment any more questions you may have. Good night!